Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, June the 6th. It's 6/6, 6/6/23. It's what we got going this morning. Good old Tuesday. Good morning to everybody who's here and hanging out with us this morning. I hope we had a good trading day yesterday. I think we had some money made in the chat yesterday. Woo, woo. We always enjoy our money making every afternoon. It's what we do. It's what we do in the E2T crew. We make some money. Everybody makes money at the place that works for them. Everybody makes place at the level that's comfortable with their own personality, their own trading style, their own resources. Because we are the CEO of our own portfolios, we get to make the call as to what goes on in that same portfolio. All right. So let's see what we got going in the market this morning. So somebody mentioned that Apple's headsets, the headset thing got released yesterday and they had this huge run up. But when I looked at the Apple trading yesterday, it was a red day. They had a big old red candle too, just like everybody else did. So I don't know I don't know. So we'll see. So anyway, stock futures drift lower, oil builds losses. Recession talk rages on despite robust jobs market. Yeah, with the recession, we're kind of pretty much going there. It's just how long and what. U.S. futures waver as wheat soars after Ukraine dam blast. Okay. Apple's headset revealed SEC sues Binance and oil production is cut. Royal Caribbean expects strong demand trends to continue through 2024. Apple debuts a new MacBook Air. Apple's like, what you ain't gonna do. Tesla's price cuts seem to be having the desired effect. Okay. Commercial real estate is melting down fast. Elon Musk warns home prices will be the next to crash. I do think the housing market is kind of set up. Again, I'm not an economist, don't really know a whole lot about how the economy pieces all work together, but seems like the housing thing, commercial real estate being probably the leader, because after the pandemic, all those commercial buildings that people were using so hot and heavy, once they realized that people really could be just as productive, if not more productive at home, and started giving people the options to work from home, they don't use the commercial buildings anywhere near to the same degree that they did pre-pandemic. And then the companies probably would like to unload some of those, or at least, go down to maybe smaller buildings, only to find out that they can't get rid of the one they got. Can't get rid of the one we got.
Now, here's the thing. Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
So here's the thing, and this is for anybody on the call that's got any type of imagination. So if you know, because I remember at the pandemic, when they switched it to people being home, I told my friend, this was April. I think I might have told my accountability partner. I said what's going to end up happening is people are not going to want to go back to work physically. And I said, on the one hand, the companies are going to be against it, but then they're going to realize how much money they're saving and it's going to positively affect their bottom line.
Yeah.
Then we're going to have these empty places, or downsize. Now, here's the thing. The person that comes up with a way to repurpose those buildings for some type of use, whether it's apartments, whatever it is, that's going to be the new moneymaker with those buildings. Now, I don't know how I know they're doing it with the mall. Let me just say it that way. They're doing it with the mall.
Yeah, you talked about that the other day.
So I don't know how they do that with regular buildings, that are not that. But I'm telling you, that's going to be the next logical step because the businesses, they ain't want to tear down a good building.
Right.
They're going to want to get paid. So they got to figure out how to convert it into something.
Right. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
In my town, the hospital was running out of space, so they just bought half the mall because it's all the buses go there. There's a ton of parking.
Yeah.
Old folks don't have to get any staircases. They just kind of walk on one.
Yeah.
So it's like, as Jamie is saying, it's like win-win for people who can repurpose space.
Well, you saw some of that repurposing happening during the pandemic when they needed to do like testing and other things like that. So now the question is, will they continue to use them in that fashion or not? Right. So you're right. I think it's going to be an interesting to see how they utilize, how the world utilizes, or at least the U.S. utilizes these buildings.
And I will say, one of the effects of the pandemic that I was very surprised at, and I shouldn't say surprised, but I took note of, was that it gave everybody the opportunity, literally everybody the opportunity to reevaluate a lot of different angles.
True.
Like some people didn't want to go back into work, not because they didn't like their job,
right,
but because they realized how much time they were spending away from their family.
Yeah.
And then, it also gave businesses a chance to do what Rossi was saying, was like, that's their opportunity to go, wait a minute, we can use this mall for other stuff. Now, whether or not they smart enough to capitalize on it and see the value of it is a totally different thing. But but my point is, whenever there's like an emergency or a disaster, there's always some type of opportunity that's behind it that's in effect. It may not be directly, but that's our job as, we're traders, but that's our job as investors to look for those opportunities.
Right.
Because that's where the money is.
Right. I was reading something the other day that talked about, even with church, now that, church is open and people can go back to church, not as many people have returned. It's just like work. People haven't necessarily returned to church, like they haven't really returned to their jobs in person. But he was saying that churches now, people are coming back kind of more for the social aspect of it, more so than because they could get the church related things, the message and all those things you could get from home. People are coming back for the interaction. So he was like, you might want to watch to see that church is going to become a little more social, because they're competing with all the other social activities. They're competing with the club and competing with stuff like that. And so you might see a lot, I won't say looser. I was going to say, he said that you just might see a lot more socially related things from the church.
Do you remember back in the day when, if you sat home and was attending the church, they called you a backslider in the center, and then COVID made it to where it's the norm.
The norm.
Well, wait a minute, people was doing this with TD Jakes 20 years ago.
Well, and the pastors are okay not having to do 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 services. They're okay with that. And I mean, the church I go to now, the church I go to has 4 or 5 different services, but the way they've done it is the pastor preaches at like the first one, and they record it. They, record the video, and in subsequent services, you watch the video.
Exactly.
Previously recorded. And because we're used to that now, people don't sit in church at 11 o'clock bucking at that, because we watched the church on TV for, a year, 2 years.
Exactly.
So now he can literally, preach from a video. We watch the video we got a good worship is live. And then announcements or whatever they do is live from the location pastor. And then the guy who's preaching, the video starts to play. And everybody sits right there and interacts with the video just like he was standing there. I mean, we do.
Wait. My question is, so when the Holy Spirit's moving and it's recorded, what's happening?
It's just recording all that too.
Yeah. I don't want to record the Holy Spirit.
And just record it. So if he says something in the message that gets you get your dander up, then you just respond in your church service. Because we're having a church service amongst, there's hundreds of people here. So if people feel outside, they want to clap or talk back to the screen, or that's what happens. People act like they're like he's standing right there.
Well, what if Sister Arlissa starts speaking in tongues? Who's going to interpret?
And somebody else who can hear me.
Recorded?
Somebody else who can hear me.
Look,
the recording of the church service is the guy preaching. It ain't recording all the audience stuff. It's just recording the message.
Right. And you don't want to throw off your sign language person either with all that speaking in tongues. So I'm just saying, I don't know how that worked.
we don't have a sign language person. But that would cause some issues. You
gotta add some subtitles for the speaking in tongues.
Subtitles. That's the person who's going to interpret it.
There you go. Right. There you go.
That person can do the interpreting. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go back to the task at hand. So this morning looks like 5 things to know this morning. The SEC sues Coinbase over exchange and staking problems. I reset that so I could make sure these numbers are. SEC sues Coinbase over exchange staking and staking programs. Stock drops 14% pre-market. Okay, we need to look at Mara and Riot because generally as Coinbase goes, so do they. Come on, fill in so I can talk about my numbers. Okay, pre-market in the US, Dow is down 0.05%, the Dow futures, sorry. S&P futures down 0.06%, NASDAQ futures down 0.09%, oil is down 2%, US 10-year bonds is up 0.006%. Stock futures are little changed as market rally takes a breather. Europe pretty much red over there. European stocks are mixed, downbeat market sentiment. Oil and gas down 1%. How is oil and gas up for us 2% and down for them almost 2%? Really? What's that down for us? Oh, oil and gas is down 2% for us too. I was thinking it was mixed. It was the other way around. Sorry. DAX is down 0.02%. FTSE down 0.16%. CAC down 0.16%. FTSE MIB down 0.24%. Stock 600 is up 0.1%. In Asia, we've got the kind of a mixed bag over there. Australian stocks fall as central bank hikes again. Asia markets are mixed. ASX 200 down 1.2. Nikkei is up 0.9%. Kospi up 0.54%. HSI, the Hang Seng, is down 0.05%. Shanghai is down 1.15%. Okay. Calendar for today. I got to keep it moving. I got to go. I'm going to the doctor today, you all. I go to get released and back into the world. I can go become a driver again instead of a rider. I'm okay with that, but not really, because my husband's probably going to want me to drive a whole lot more now that I can. So I bet, because now I've just been going directly to the passenger seat. But I go to the doctor today and he's gonna release me back into the world. I've been out of surgery for 2 weeks. So it's time to go let him take a look and make sure everything's okay. And then back to life, back to reality. Yeah. Today, the only thing we have is the IBD TIPP Economic Optimism. And this is Investors Business Daily, Technometrica Institute of Policy and Politics. That's the tip. This is important because they surveyed 1,200 consumers and asked the respondents to rate the relative level of economic conditions, including 6-month economic outlook, personal financial outlook, and confidence in federal economic policy. I am still interested, I always say this, in who do they ask? Which 1,200 people do they ask about these things? And then make a whole determination about it. It is a yellow folder. That's the only thing that's set for the Forex calendar. And on the investing.com calendar, we've got the Red Book at 8:55, which we know Red Book also includes some other books, but that's before the market opens. IBD is there at 10 o'clock. 12 o'clock, we got short-term energy outlook. And at 4:30, you got crude oil stock. So those things may or may not have a thing. So this was the Apple chart from yesterday. I was saying you said that, Jamie, I think I read somewhere that you said they had developers conference where Apple displays some new tech. Okay. I thought somebody commented about Apple having a big run up yesterday, but this is yesterday's candle. So it ran up. So maybe if we switched it to a time frame chart, we'll be able to see that it did have a good it did have a run up yesterday. Are we still looking at Apple? Yes, we are. So in the open, we made some moves, but then when it, hit its place, we opened around 182, I think that is. Yeah, that's 82, 182. And then we went up to 194. So a 12-point run, is that? 8 or 9. I think that's an 8. We only went up $2. Okay, yeah, we opened at 182 and some change, and we went up to 184 some change. We went up $2. It made it sound like it was a big old run. Maybe $2 is a lot for Apple now, seeing that their stock price has been, cut and everything. Anyway, it went up $2, and then it came on down from 184, and we closed at 179. So we closed $5 less, which is why we have a red candle, right? No. Somebody said that it did all that yesterday, but I bet the SPX chart looks quite similar. To see what SPX did yesterday. This is it here. This was the SPX chart. It tried to go up, as Lakshman said yesterday. This was the open. It ran up, hit that line, 42.94, dropped on back. This was, I think, that was me marking the breakout. And then it kind of bumped up against it again, took a little minute, then it finally pushed through just a little bit, and then it fell. After that, it was going down. I'm going down. That's what SPX was saying yesterday after that. The VIX, let's look at what the VIX is. VIX is at 14 and some change, baby. The VIX is at 14.89 at this point. 14.8 is where it is. 14.8. Let me go find some Twitter. Let me find the Twitter so we can see what did Adam have to say for the meeting. Notifications should have something from Adam. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Adam says this morning, after a 130-point rally, ESF is doing what it always does. Chop. It's chopping. Ay, ay, ay. Ah, I did karate back in the day. 42.80 was my key support yesterday. And now we've been here for 24 hours. Tactical action expected. Plan today, 42.78. 42.68 equals support as long as we're above 42.67, then 42.88 trigger to 4,300 in play. If 42.67 fails, then we sail to 42.43. 42.43. So we did see that, it didn't run up past that 4,300. I did the 43.40, 43.45 in the morning. I did that as a call credit spread for the week. But after it dropped on down and I was over $50 in profit, I went ahead and closed it. I used the day trade. I could have used a PDT hack and saved the day trade, but I said, I just closed it. I put in a close order and left it right there. PDT hack would have been fine. I didn't have any reason not to do that. I just made a choice to just close it. A PDT hack would have been a good alternative. Okay, I'm changing shares, but I decided, come on, computer, in some good numbers. I did those numbers for Latchman. Definitely make sure that you go back and look at those periodically each day. I mean, you look at them, maybe refresh yourself on what is included in your numbers as when you go look at those numbers and stuff. Definitely keep those in mind. Even though I may not bring them up on the call, they're in the chat for you to use. 42.63. Nope, we don't need to be this big. You can be smaller, and you're still too big. There we go. You can be smaller. There we go. Ooh, I'm learning how to How to be as good as Jamie. Mm.
That's hilarious. Mainly because you're the one who introduced me to the app. I never even heard of the app until you tell me about, till I asked you about it.
Oh my goodness.
But
That's
you know,
all I do.
Jamie,
Huh?
just like you know, Creative came up with the MP3 player and was doing really well, and then Apple just kind of did their own version. Sometimes the seconds is the better one.
You know what I'm
Hey, hey,
saying?
hey, I'm
That's
giving
funny.
credit where credit is due.
That is hilarious.
42.
Arlissa comes up with it and Jamie tweaks it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm all for that. We've seen that
No,
happen
and
with too
so
many
now
things.
now she gonna retweak it. It's gonna be better. So she
We've
gonna have
seen it.
her 3.0.
The 3.0. We've seen that happen with too many different things. 4273, where one person brings it out, you know, brings it to the market, and somebody else goes, oh, we can do that better. And then they, you know, take and capitalize. That's how China operates. China doesn't necessarily invent anything. They take other people's stuff and make it better or make it over. I'm not sure if they make it better or not.
And pretty much dare you to say something.
Yeah, well, pretty much. Like, no, no, we came up with this. No, what are you talking about?
You literally have to go over to China to talk to them in person about copying your stuff. Like,
yeah, and then lose, because I think that happened to Michael Jordan. He went over there because they copied the Jumpman. And I don't know if he went over there. I'm just saying that he tried to sue across the water for the Jumpman. They were like, bruh, once they crossed this water, it was no longer yours.
That's right. Look, they're like, hey, we don't know the racial identity of this person on this shoe. This ain't no black man over here. What are you talking about? This could be an Asian dude over here.
But you know what, though? When those rich Asians come to America or to the West, they're not buying the Chinese brands.
Sure don't.
Oh.
They're going for the real brands.
Well, you know what, though? A lot of times they'll come and literally, and we're not going to stay on this topic, but generally they'll come and say they don't want to buy anything that says made in China.
Yep.
The people who are from there, it's like, I'm not buying anything that says made in China. Because, well, what we found, we had gone over there and we were looking for, we went to the Converse store. I think it might have been in Hong Kong, and went to the Converse store. And the Converse store the stuff had been like marked up for export. And we were like, you're making this right here. Why is it like these are higher than American prices? Like, are they more here? You make them right here, because we were expecting them to be cheaper there since they were manufactured there. They're like, no, we have products that are manufactured for export. They're period. So if they are utilized here, it's almost like they're exported and imported back in because they were manufactured for export. So because of that, then you're gonna pay an export import price because they weren't manufactured for import. For us to use
America
here, they weren't manufactured for us to use. They were manufactured for us to sell them to somebody else.
Yeah, America does that too. I went to Europe with the CEO of this company, and he was checking out the stores, and then he came back to America, and I told him that I saw those cans in Ithaca, and he's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's impossible. We never sell it to America." They make this special organic like sweet peas specifically for the Japanese market, and he's like, if it's in the U.S. market, it's been like re-imported.
Yeah, we've imported the export.
But what caught my mind was like, why are you selling organic sweet peas to Japan? What about the sweet peas we're eating? Say, oh, they just add sugar to that one.
Sugar, like the honey with sugar in it. I saw sugar-free honey and was like, I was stumped. I was like, what? Sugar-free honey? What do you mean? Who said there's sugar in honey? And if you go to the grocery store, if you just pick up any old honey, many of the honeys have sugar in them. I'm like, why do you need to put sugar in honey? It's already sweet, right?
There's a whole Netflix thing called Rotten, and honey is one of the episodes. And what they said is the percentage of foods that has honey is increasing like crazy,
Yeah.
but the bees are dying off and honey is going
Yes.
down. So what does that mean?
Well,
So that
so
So
was
the
gonna be
found out is that the Chinese have been adulterating the honey
so
with rice. That's the word.
I
Rice
get you.
syrup.
It's just to hear it used there. I know that's the point.
exactly. It's never how
It's
they used
not
to
that
do
it
that.
doesn't go. It just sounds funny.
Our church had a whole different use for that. Okay.
You're a mess.
I'm like, they're adulterating the
They're
what?
messing with your honey. And then so the German snoops who check these things and like the forensics of honey, they were able to say, Chinese are doing this, and so they banned Chinese honey. Long story short, the
Yeah.
Chinese aren't stupid. They went and created shell companies in Malaysia,
Yeah, other
in
places.
India,
Yeah.
all over Africa,
Yeah.
and then they ship it there, and then they ship it from those places as
Yeah.
Indian and African and
Yeah.
Malaysian
Yeah.
honey, and
Yeah.
it's still coming to America.
Still comes to America. Yeah. When you buy honey, definitely look on the label and make sure that all it says is honey. Because if it says anything else, there's sugar in it. I was like, who would thought of this? And so the little honeybee guy, the little bee bear thing that's like the least expensive of the honeys, even though honey is not least expensive. But the least expensive of the choices is the one that probably has sugar in it. It's like, are you serious?
Yep. It's like if in doubt, buy the local one.
Yes, buy local.
Yep, or the farmer's market.
By the farmer's market, absolutely. That's where I bought the last batch we bought. We bought from the farmer's market. In a nice little, glass jar, guy out there with all of his honey lined up, the different colors and shades, and he's just chilling, sitting there. Just because you don't have to quote unquote sell your product. That's something you bought, the person wants it or they don't. You don't have to sell honey. It sells itself. Alrighty, so I did put in this chat from yesterday. I saw this on the Wealth Squad, and I just grabbed it from Instagram. Best stocks to trade for option trading, and we do SPX. Not the SPY has a lot of volume too, obviously. Triple Q, Tesla. Oh my goodness, the Tesla brand. IWM. I was shocked that IWM showed up here. It doesn't seem like it's traded this much, but here we are. It doesn't move like it's traded this much. Amazon is here, Apple, which we knew I kind of expected these three to be here, Amazon, Apple, and Nvidia to be here. So that's that.
You got to remember that the IWM is, essentially small cap.
Yeah.
It's a subset of the Russell 3000.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can see why how it would make it, because I keep seeing the same thing where people always put it on the list of being really liquid for options. I was surprised.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the elite options trader put this out yesterday. Trading for Tuesday SPX is day one of consolidation after stopping at 4,300. We could see another 1 to 2 days of chop. If it stays under 4,300, 4320 can work above 4320 calls. This person, remember we talked the other day about how certain people are providing information based on doing, buying options, but that doesn't mean we can't use the information that they've given us to, utilize for our seller uses, right? So this person is basically saying 4,300, if it stays there at 4,320, probably should be, maybe a top something above that, which yesterday we did 43.40, 43.45.50. We were kind of up in that area doing numbers for the week. Tesla, if it holds 216 over the next 2 days, and Nvidia can see more consolidation if it stays under 400. I don't know if anybody really trades Tesla or Nvidia really much in this group, but you can still use, the information is useful. Don't forget, tomorrow evening we are doing the boot camp. If you haven't, passed the word on to some of the people around you or in your ecosystem who want to learn the trade options, but you don't want to teach them, then send them on to the boot camp, right? The boot camp is Wednesday and Thursday. They can register at Educator2Trader, and if you send them our way, you go ahead and get them signed up and registered, or give them the link and whatever. I do give an affiliate link of $17. I share the wealth. It's about 1/3. I give you about 1/3 of the money. I'll give it back to you. So the whole objective of this is to just bring more people in the pipeline, right? To get more people trading and understanding trading and not being afraid of what options all include. You hear so many different things from people who will be like, well, I'm afraid to do that because I'm afraid to trade options because this or that. And I'm like, really? I mean, really, we're just learning something new. It's like everything we do, we learn something else. We're just learning stuff along the way. That's how we do it. We're learning along the way. So did anybody else close their SPX yesterday? Did everybody hold on to their SPX for the week? Are y'all still holding on to those? I'm yet holding on.
I'm trying to close one of mine.
Okay.
I'm holding on to mine.
Holding on to yours. Okay. Anyone else? I closed mine. I may re-enter depending on how it looks today, how we open and run today. I may re-enter.
Yeah, yesterday I could have closed mine for 40%, but I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I want a little more.
Yeah, mine was over 50%. I took in $100 and I closed it for 45. So that extra $5 I figured would make me feel good about using my day trade and about using my and my fees I was going to pay.
Right, exactly. The fees.
Yeah, so that's why I did the extra $5. And if it wouldn't have closed, I was fine with it if it didn't close, but it did. So all is well. Está bien. Let's go ahead and wrap up for the day so I can prepare to go to the doctor. E2T Daily Declaration. I declare I am a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. You should be saying you declare too. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. I declare my account is growing more and more each week. I am a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I am a level-headed trader who does not trade my emotions. I declare that money likes me. I declare I'm a blessing to others, and I declare I'm a world changer. I'm a world changer. Lord, it is you who gives us the power to get wealth. Deuteronomy 8:18. You teach our hands to war with the purpose of establishing your kingdom. 2 Samuel 22:35. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically in order to fulfill this purpose. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. In Jesus' name, amen. 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 All righty. Anybody have anything they want to say or add anything before we go?
I want to make sure I thank everybody for being consistent with communicating and letting us know what you're working on and your strikes and all that kind of good stuff, because it really helps when you see other people doing it, not only just for the inspiration standpoint, but sometimes we end up working on the same stocks and don't even know it.
Yeah.
So it enables us to ask some questions about some stuff you might have either forgot about or had intended. So great job, and please continue to do so. And also don't forget when with the wins, we normally post just the $ for the win, but it does help to know the percentage, the return on your investment or return on capital or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So let's that really does help. It really helps for other people who are outside of the ecosystem to see it, so that they know that the strategies are working. So just keep that in mind when we're posting at the end.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All righty. I thank you for that. Don't forget this coming Saturday too is going to be cash flow. So put that on your calendar.
Yeah, this is a quick comment. In addition to the return on capital, which thank you for doing that, Jimmy and Arlissa. I have an internal thing I'm keeping track of, which is when I have replaced what I've invested, so that I'm just using other people's money.
Okay, and you're just using the market money. Okay.
I haven't reached there yet, but I'm really itching to reach there.
Yeah. Of course. Well, you want to be trading with their money, not yours. I get it. That's a good thing to be keeping track of. I've put in far more money than I want to admit. I think if I would have kept up with that, I'd be frustrated right now. So
I think it's also from the cash flow mindset stuff that we do And that's one of the things. It's like, why use your own money when you could use other people's money? So that's
Oh,
just
that's a real
using it.
life thing. So real life. That is so real life. I am starting to do some stuff with government contracting, and the guy who was teaching the class I was in was basically saying, basically you're going to buy things and then you're going to sell it to the government. And he's like, and then when you buy the things, he's like, don't finance the stuff you buy. Use a net 30 account from those vendors, and if it needs to be a net 40, then just communicate with them. He's like, but don't go financing a bunch of stuff just so you can sell it to the government. Buy what you can afford and then continue to build on that, but do it with other people's money.
Amen.
Yeah, do it with other people's money. All righty. It's always wonderful to hang out with y'all. This is the close of our Tuesday morning, June the 6th. What's this thing called? The pre-market call. This is our pre-market call. We're closing it up and saying, good night, sweetheart. It's time to go. Bye, you all. I will see you in the chat.
Have a good one.
You
Bye.
too.
Bye. Have a great one.
Bye,
Have a good
everybody.
one.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Real quick, I just wanted to come on. This is Arlissa, Educator to Trader. Wanted to come on and tell you and ask you, I guess, to like and subscribe to the channel. If you like the content that I create and I'm, posting regularly, then go ahead and subscribe. That way you won't miss anything and you can be a part of all that we're doing here. I'm a coach to sellers. I'm an option sellers coach. If that's a vein that you don't know anything about or you want to know more about, then go ahead, subscribe and check us out all the time. All right. Thank y'all. I appreciate it.